The recent ESA announcement. Mars orbiter is in place. Start on October 1st. Observations of Comet 3 Atlas. A slew of fresh photos are on the way. If you lived on Mars, October 3rd, look up and you'll see this 33 billion ton comet. What concept? That's the equivalent of 300 Mount Everest flying overhead. And here's what's even more outrageous. He was puffing like crazy. The orbit is almost unbiased. It's like blowing a truck with a hairdryer. The car doesn't move. Will you take a picture first? Let's put it this way. Humans have never seen a coma like 3 Atlas. Star, but it is about 5.6 kilometers of confluence. 33 billion tons of weight is nothing. And here's the exciting part. James Webb Telescope. His chemical code. There's twice as much carbon dioxide as in comets in the solar system. It started spraying water outside the orbit of Jupiter. This completely overturned our understanding of the interstellar coma, the cognition of what a star should look like. What everyone is most looking forward to now, when he flies by Mars on October 3rd. The Mars rover will take a close-up of his rendezvous. Although the scientific community has long established that his star identity, but it's still overplayed by some people and mysterious. Like, is he a spaceship or a rock? Are there any aliens up there? Wait, brain-opening speculation. In fact, his real mystery is his weight would overturn our understanding of interstellar space. And Mars observation. What exclusive data can be dug up? Because this may also be the only time humans see this anomalous comet. What cosmic bug is hidden? October 3rd. The old horse should be updated synchronously as soon as possible. Content of this issue. Let's put the central puzzle of this cosmic geek first. Summarize and split. Let's take a look at the latest observations in a few days. Will it bring about a stunning reversal? After reading it, you will understand. It may be more subversive than science fiction movies. July 1st, 2025. The Atlas telescope in Chile suddenly caught an abnormal light spot. He's flying too fast. That's 3 times the diameter of the Earth every day. Astronomers immediately mobilized 227 observatories around the world. Follow-up observation. And they came up with a key statistic. His orbit is hyperbolic. What do you mean? The planets of our solar system. Comet orbits are elliptical. For example, the Earth revolves around the Sun and always turns back. But a hyperbolic trajectory is like a one-off course. He rushed in from outside the solar system. It will fly out after passing the Sun. Never come back. This confirms that he is the third interstellar visitor from another star system. For example, in 2017, Mo is like a root scientist and May will publish it, and the Borisov statue in 2019. Ordinary comets do. But the 3 Cancer Atlas is different from the first 2. He has the active jet of a comet that often emits, and the weight of a giant. 5.6 kilometers in diameter. That's the distance from the 2nd ring road to the 4th ring road in Beijing, but astronomers hadn't realized that at the time. The anomaly of this great comet. Just an appetizer. Anyone who has played with comets knows he has the characteristic of squirting. They're covered with water ice. When dry ice approaches the Sun, ice sublimates directly to gas. These gases give the comet thrust as they eject. Let him track, slightly deviating from the path of pure attractive force calculation. Astronomers call this non-attractive force acceleration. That is, the comet jet will deflect the orbit. But he's hardly biased. The Momo of the year. Acceleration is greater than expected. It also sparks speculation about whether it was an alien spacecraft. But what about Zane Atlas? Global observatories track from May to September. Been following him for 4 months. You can see him puffing like crazy. The diameter of the gas cloud will exceed Mars. You can even see the subtle aftertaste. But strangely, his orbit is almost not off. Calculate. The daily deviation is less than 15 meters per square second. Equivalent to when you walk. A gust of wind blows. You barely moved. Astronomers do the reverse. To make such a strong spray paint unable to push, how big is his quality? The result is out. At least 33 billion tons. Weight of 3 Atlas. More than 10 times the burden of the storm. Hundreds of times more silent. Why is that unusual? Because our previous model assumed that interstellar space should be full of small fragments. For example, when planets form in other star systems. The leftover scraps are as small as pebbles. By probability, humans should have discovered small fragments first, instead of the 5.6-kilometer giant. Now here's the problem. It's our model that's wrong. Or is our telescope not sensitive enough? Missed more small fragments. Weight of 3 Atlas. Put this probability puzzle in front of astronomers. If weight is the first puzzle, the chemical composition of the 3 loves Atlas. That's the second bigger puzzle. His proportion of ingredients, completely different from comets in the solar system. This August, James Webb Telescope pointed at him. Did a spectral analysis, basically through the light he emits. Determine what is in it. And we found 2 key anomalies. Number 1, very high levels of carbon dioxide. Comets in the solar system. Carbon dioxide as a proportion of volatiles, usually 5% to 10%. But 3 Cancer's Atlas. That's over 20%. Is the most carbon dioxide-rich coma in the solar system? Why is this important? Because the freezing point of carbon dioxide is very low, minus 78.5 degrees Celsius, only on the outskirts of star systems. For example, the scientific belt of the solar system freezes. 3 Cancer Atlas. So high carbon dioxide levels. Explain where he was born. Perhaps colder than the solar system's Coburg belt. This can help us predict the environment of his hometown. The sprinklers start at the second aphelion. Generally, comets need to approach within the orbit of Mars, about 220 million kilometers from the Sun, because the Sun heats up the water vapor. But the triple Atlas is beyond the orbit of Jupiter. 500 million kilometers from the Sun, the sprinkler starts. This is equivalent to being in the refrigerator region of the solar system. Start sweating. This has never been seen in a comet in the solar system. There are 2 more interesting details. One is abnormal polarization. The light he reflects vibrates in the direction. Unlike comets in the solar system, it means that the surface dust is very special. The second is the signal of Ni-Wuti. Rocks on Earth. Meteorites in the solar system. Ni and Tai almost always appear together. But early observations. 3 Astral Atlas only detects evil. No iron detected. But here's the thing. Ni-Wuti has not fully confirmed. It may be an observation error. For example, dust blocks iron signals. But even if you just look at carbon dioxide and moisture, suffice to say, it comes from a chemical environment similar to the solar system, completely different star system. At this time, the Astronomers Club at Harvard has another theory. If these anomalies are true, will a natural explanation be insufficient? But NASA scientist Tom Statler rebut immediately. He has jets. All core features are comets. It's just that we've never seen anything so special, just a comet. In fact, this is the charm of science. It's not black and white. It's about narrowing down the puzzle bit by bit with evidence. Chemical characteristics of 3 Atlas, not supernatural. It's about exceeding expectations, and that's where he's most valuable. The most exciting thing for astronomers right now is the observation window for the next 2 months. There are 2 key moments. The mystery of the 3 Atlas could be completely solved. The first one is October 3rd, the day of Mars observation. 3 Atlas will be up close. Passing near Mars, astronomers currently predict that distance is about 0.25 astronomical units. There's an artifact on Mars. Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter MRO. It has a high-resolution science imaging device on it. HIRES. It can photograph rocks the size of 1 meter on the surface of Mars. Skip MRO this time. We'll point the camera at Sinai Atlas. Do 2 key things. One is to shoot a close-up of the confluence. The 5.6 kilometers we calculated before is an estimate. MRO can shoot more accurately. You can even see the jets on the confluence surfaces. 20-side ingredient details. Its spectrometer can analyze water instruments more clearly than Earth telescopes. Percentage of carbon dioxide. Confirm whether Ni-Wuti is genuine. But there is bad news. After October 21st, 3 Atlas will enter Sun River Lane. From the perspective of the Earth, he will run behind the Sun, blocked by the glare of the Sun. Completely invisible. This situation will continue until December. When he comes out from behind the Sun, farther from the Sun, it may become smaller. but then we can see what he looks like when he puffs. For example, has the committee been deformed by the solar wind? The second key is the impact of solar storms. At the end of September this year, the Sun erupted with a helical mass ejection. But currently Earth observation, affected by subsequent signal occlusion, the specific impact effect will have to wait until the comet reappears in December. Confirmed through the analysis of the change of the committee shape. In 2007, Comet Encke was hit by CM1. The end of the meeting was directly interrupted, then it slowly grows back. If Tricancer Atlas gets hit too, astronomers can change by committee. Calculate his mass density. For example, is the committee fluffy or dense? This in turn helps us calculate how accurate is his quality. However, the complete data is not yet available. He has to wait until December, can only be confirmed now. There is also a long-term hope. Panoramic telescope at Willa Robbins Observatory. He can shoot half the sky every day. Thousands of asteroids discovered in the first year. In the coming years, it is likely that more interstellar visitors will be found. If you can find 10, 20 celestial bodies similar to the 3 Aries Atlas, we can know that this kind of comet is a special case. Still common. Someone may ask here, what's the use of studying a passing comet? Actually, 3 Atlas is a cosmic time capsule. One is that he is older than the solar system, about 7 billion years old. It's not heated by the sun. Other star systems are preserved. The original ingredients at birth let us know beyond the solar system. Is there water like the Earth? Planetary raw materials? The second is that he is so heavy that he can be thrown into interstellar space. Explain that in the star system. The degree of violence of celestial ejection, it's beyond anything we knew. Such as planetary collisions bounced off by Jupiter's attractive forces. Third, he may carry the seeds of life. Before in coma, amino acids have been discovered in stars and interstellar space. Based on all these organics. If this one also can prove, raw materials for life can travel between different star systems. And this is the first time humans to study such a heavy interstellar comet up close. Miss this time. The future may not wait for hundreds of years. I want to follow up on Mars observations in October. Images from December. Follow me. I will organize the latest discoveries for you as soon as possible. The universe is big. We are small. But with this visitor, we will have the opportunity to experience the truth of the universe. Stay curious. Keep looking forward to seeing you next time.